Welcome back to the Tailgate Connect podcast. I'm your host, Luke Lord with Tailgating Challenge. I love tailgating. I have been to a tailgate in Michigan thanks to our next guest, Mr. Joey with Spot 9 Tailgating. He does it big up there. They have some new toys and fun coming your way for this season. You're going to want to listen to learn more about this very fun and interesting Michigan tailgate.
Tailgaters, hear the call, it's game day, y'all. Let's have a ball across the states from college to NFL. Tailgate Connect's got a story to tell.
All right, what's up? We are back on the Tailgate Connect podcast, talking all things tailgating. I am Luke, your host here for this tailgating journey, and with me today is Mr. Joey from Spot 9 Tailgating. Joey, how you doing, sir?
Hey, we're talking tailgating. We're only about 70 days from the start of college football season, so we're doing good. That's we're always looking forward to Michigan football. That's for sure.
No doubt, no doubt. So you are an avid tailgater, like with Tailgate Connect.
Yes,
That
sir.
host. Is it every home game you all do there at Spot 9 Tailgating?
Every home game. We've been doing it for about. I mean, I've known Dan, the founder of Tailgate Connect, for, probably going on 5, 6, maybe even 7 years at this point. And we've, he got us kind of into the loop there, and yeah, we've been doing it, religiously for probably the past like 3 years, every home game, unless we're not there. But yeah, every home game. So, but we're very rarely not there.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you be? Tailgating is fun. It's like we all
Exactly.
want to be there. We're gonna be tailgating right now, but
Exactly.
we can talk about it. So Spot 9. So I think some people going to know, like, where'd you come with the name with? Like, is it as simple as saying this was actually Spot 9, like in the lot?
Yeah, it's a funny story. I mean, it's not really funny. It's just kind of it's kind of a different story. So yeah, so we started tailgating like in 2007, about, I would say, and our original spot up in Pioneer High School in Ann Arbor was Spot 9. It was a little tiny spot on the hill. It was up on a hill, so we always called our spot the Hill 9. Is kind of what we called ourselves and how people referred to us. And the very next year, all of our friends, oh, we'll meet you at Spot 9. Like the very next year, the year after, they changed us to Spot 14. And we were like, screw that, we're still Spot 9. So we actually went and like ripped off the Spot 9 sign and put it back on our spot that next year. So like
Nice.
we were always Spot 9. And it just kind of trickled down, and it confuses a lot of people. Like, why you're spot like 48 or something? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like the Big Ten. There's 17 teams in the Big Ten. They call themselves the Big Ten. We're Spot 9, even though we're Spot 75 or whatever. So that's kind of how that evolved.
That is fair. And given the Big Ten
Right.
analogy you
Yeah.
used right there, I'm like, you're just doing exactly what everybody else in the conference is doing, but you're doing it with the tailgater, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's stuck. And being from, the state of Michigan, there's a lot, or like, being from the University of Michigan, like, we love Michigan hockey too. And there's a lot of famous number 9s, like Brendan Morrison was number 9, Red Berenson, hockey thing, but they were all number 9. So it kind of just stuck, and that's what we're rolling with.
That's fair. That's fair. So tell me this, like I always like to know about like what creates that passion, because I know you're passionate about tailgating. Like what
Yeah.
was it to be like, what sparked that passion? Was it at an early age? Was it something when you were in school?
Yeah.
Like what was it that sparked it?
So for us, it was, growing up. We grew up in a town called Plymouth, which is halfway between Detroit and Ann Arbor, closer to Ann Arbor. We grew up going to Michigan football games. Like, we weren't always tailgating, but we always saw it. Even when we were young too. My dad would set up a car with a little Smokey Joe behind it. We'd play catch with a football in a church parking lot. And we always like, oh, this is so cool, all these big setups. And I'm not sure if you met my cousin Jerry, but he started tailgating at the original Spot 9. He just like, I'm by myself with my just a smaller family. And like, we'd love to kind of link up and tailgate with you guys. So we were like, yeah, it sounds awesome. And then we got season tickets back, in 06, 07. And my dad is big into cooking. We kind of caught that bug from him. So like, scratch food out there. We started just really small. I mean, just one pop-up tent and a couple chairs. We never had the TV. A couple years in, oh, let's get a TV. And then it's an addiction, right? Like, you keep getting the trinkets, you keep getting everything, you keep building it up. and it just grew into what it is today, which is it's a pretty, it's a pretty major setup. And this will be the first year we actually got like a huge big ass trailer with two 60-inch TVs in it, a roof deck. I mean, it's truly a good addiction. It's fun. We really get to, it's fellowship. It's seeing my friends from high school, from college, all coming to one spot. And it's kind of, something that it's evolved but hasn't changed, right? It's kind of a staple that everyone likes to do. So tailgating just, for us, it's about bringing people together, eating good food, having a cocktail, and hopefully watching the Wolverines win a football game.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yep.
like, I had the privilege and opportunity to meet you and come to Spot 9 tailgating last season for
Yep.
National Tailgating Day. But for
Yeah.
those that are listening right now, that are thinking about like, hey, I need to go check out Spot 9. The Tailgate Connect's got those tailgating tickets for me to come up there. Like, what can they expect? What are they
Yeah.
going to
So,
expect aside from your bright, shiny, happy face of tailgating?
um, I think, like, we always say everyone's welcome at Spot 9, right? Like, that's what's so cool about Tailgate Connect. Like, it really gives people the opportunity to like fully immerse themselves, eat our food, drink our drinks, hang out with us, hang out and use our amenities. Like, it's really an opportunity to say, hey, like, you're part of this tailgate, right? Like, you're our friend, like, you're here to party. As long as you're cool, we're cool. Like, out of all the years we've been doing Tailgate Connect, we've never had a bad guest. Everyone's been super cool. And it's about forming, making friends, forming relationships, like, from all over the country, right? Like, we had people in from Fresno State last year, USC. Like, we're meeting people from all over, and we're sharing the experience that is Michigan football, right? Not too many colleges. I mean, there's a lot of big colleges, but Ann Arbor is a special town. It's something different. I mean, the big house is something different. Like, and being able to come experience that, like, on the ground level, and see, what we do every week. It's special, right? Michigan's a special place, and I think being able to share that opportunity with people around the country, like, you come to Spot 9, you're going to get the real experience. You're going to get a premium experience. And you're not going to have to do much, right? You're going to just have to come show up. So it's pretty cool for people. We love hosting people. I think we're going to even host more people this year. And like I said, it's just a great opportunity to see what tailgating Ann Arbor should be, and what it is.
Yeah, I think you said I like to call it easy button tailgating, right? Because I
Yep.
just showed up and it's
Yep.
like you all had the games, the
Yep.
food, the drinks, the TV, like everything was going, right? And I just had to show up and like enjoy myself.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and like I said, like, and we're too, like, since we started doing this, like, we really keep it to, like, we want to keep it a high end exclusive, like, not like exclusive experience, because we are, pretty cool to everyone who comes by. But, for Tailgate Connect, you're a paying customer. We want to make sure you're having a great time and a good experience, right? Like, we're not like other tailgates where you're just going to get a hot dog and a bottled water. Like, you're going to get a full immersive experience at Spot 9.
Wait, did you say a box of water? Did I
I
hear
said
that
a
correctly?
hot dog and a bottled water, you
A
know?
bottle of water. I
Yeah.
think I didn't know. I was like, maybe do we
I
downgrade from a
think
bottle to a box of
I
water?
I think, like, what do we have after the game when you were there, Luke? Do you remember?
I do remember, and I was gonna bring that up because, like, the we had some of the thickest steaks I have ever seen at any
Yeah.
tailgate I've been to
Yep.
after the game.
Yeah.
Not the
Yeah.
pregame where everybody's excited and all this stuff, but
Yeah.
after the game. And
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it was a tough game, right, for Michigan
Yeah.
that day. I do
Yeah.
I do remember that. That wasn't, but
Yeah.
yeah, like y'all still brought the fun and the
Yeah.
party even after
I mean,
the
a
game.
a 14-ounce filet mignon can make anything better, even a Wolverines, loss.
Down 14 is filet mignon or cold beer. Like hey, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, but that's the experience, right? Like, we have great food, like, and we try and theme our game something cool. We try and do is, like, we do look at who we're playing and see if there's something cool we can theme it around. Like, for when Maryland comes into town, we've done like crab cakes, crab boils. When Chicago's in town, we'll do like Italian beefs and Chicago style hot dogs, or not, or when Northwestern's in town. So we will try and like theme it about the team that's coming into town, and then try and make it cool that way as well.
So, in that spirit, that was really where my next question was. It's like, because there might be some people that are listening that's like, I'm coming to a Michigan game, but I'm not a Michigan fan. Like, can I or should I come to this tailgate? Like, what does that look like with opposing fans coming to your tailgate?
Yeah, as long as you're cool, we're cool. All right. We had like, I mean, for the most part, people we get from Tailgate Connect are like opposing fans. We had like 15 people from Fresno State at our tailgate the first game. Like, would have never thought that was going to happen, but they ended up being some of the coolest people we've tailgated with all year. So we're totally like, again, it's all about camaraderie, college football, hanging out, eating good food, having good cold cocktails, and enjoying your day. So that's what we're about, right? And if you're an asshole, we'll let you know. Don't worry.
That's fair. And I'm still a believer. One of the reasons I love tailgating so much is that I feel like it brings people together. And while there's going to be, an oddball or bad apple in the bunch, most people, regardless of who you're cheering for, like the pregame,
Yeah.
everybody's there to have a good time.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I would say like 90% of the time we have zero issues at our tailgate, right? It's some of the big games, right? What you would anticipate, like Michigan State and Ohio State. Like, of course, there's going to be chirping back and forth across. But even so, like we had Michigan State people at our tailgate this year, and like they were super cool. We were super. It's all about it's all about just being respectful, showing being a good person, being a good sport, and that's what college football is about, right? I mean, it is fun to chirp and like a little banter back and forth. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's
totally fun,
healthy. That's
And I would
fun.
say like 90% of the people like at the stadium even like they're there with with good intentions. I can't say that completely about the Ohio State fans, but for all of their games where people are there with good intentions.
Fair, fair. I remember when I was there, it was for the Texas game. And I don't know if you remember because you were in your zone at the
Yeah,
time, but there were
yeah,
some Texas ladies that came
yeah,
by
yeah,
and they were in the full like cowboy
yeah,
cowgirl get up, and then you
yeah.
put on some Texas music and you started getting out there just dancing with
I
all
think
of
you
them.
were line dancing. Yeah, I remember after. I think it was one of the linebackers' moms or something. I was like, yeah, it's all about having fun, right? Like, because if I was in Austin or if I was somewhere else, I'd want to have the same experience. I'd want people to be cool back. So that's kind of the spirit we bring at our tailgate.
No
Yeah,
doubt. It sounds like you're hitting all the home games, so people can hit you up to come to any of the home games that are
yeah,
coming up.
yes, sir.
Now, let me ask you this: do you go on the road? Do you
We
travel
do.
for Michigan games, or just travel for any other like tailgates that you do?
Yeah, yeah, we do a lot of road game travel. We don't often bring our tailgate on the road. We would leverage Tailgate Connect for that if there's one at the stadium. But we have taken our tailgate on the road a few times. I remember my favorite. If I can just tell a quick story about and this is about my brother Jake, which he's kind of a legend at Spot Nine. We were tailgating at Northwestern in Evanston. We were right on the side of the road. If you've tailgated there before, like you can just get a meter and set up your tent and start tailgating. And it was freezing cold. So we were on the side of the road, a rainy day, like in the northern suburbs of Chicago. Everyone was huddled up underneath the tent, and we have space heaters in there, and we're all huddling around. And this is an away game, right? Like we only have what we have on us, and everyone starts smelling like smoke and what's going on? And all of a sudden, my brother's like, ah! He was standing so close to the heater, his butt lit on fire. And my
Where's
my
the
dad's
video
drinking
on
it.
that?
Yeah, and my dad's drinking a Jack and Coke, and he just goes right on his butt, puts the fire out, and he goes, "All right, we're good to go." Yeah,
Man, I did not know that story when I
yeah,
when I met him, but that is
yeah.
a classic that you'll never forget, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
we'll never forget that one. Yeah, but we're always tailgating on the road. We're always looking for an opportunity to meet people, hang out. This year we're going to the Oklahoma game, so I think we're going to hit up the Tailgate Connect in Norman. We're going to be on the road. Michigan's playing at Wrigley Field when they play Northwestern, so that'll be cool. We're going to that game, and we might go to Nebraska. So there's a few on our docket this year, and you know, we're always there to kind of celebrate the local culture.
Agreed. That's why I love to travel. Like I said, even if my team's not playing, like just going and just like seeing the culture, having some fun. And sometimes it's better if the team's not playing because it's like you ain't really worried about
Right.
nothing at that
Right.
point, right?
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. Like if your team's and that's kind of our mindset. Like we're doing this to have fun. Like you gotta and it's tough to do, right? But like if you're traveling, you're spending a lot of money to go watch Michigan football play and like they're not having a great year, you gotta make the most out of the tailgate, right? That's the way you gotta look at it.
So tell me this. So it sounds like you've traveled around a little bit to some different venues.
Yeah.
Give me the top three, like
Okay.
the top three in your opinion that you've been to for the tailgating aspect.
Sure. I'm gonna stick within the Big Ten here because that's kind of my domain. Um Number three, is Michigan allowed to be on the list or no?
No, Michigan
Okay.
cannot be. We already know that's going to be your number one, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so number three is Nebraska. I think Nebraska is awesome.
Okay.
I think I think their fans are super friendly. It's a cool stadium. Tailgating scene was huge. They deserve a better football team, so I hope Nebraska can get there. Number two is Penn State. Uh, it's not for everyone, and it's not for me to go every year because it's a lot. Going to Happy Valley is a lot, and there's not many hotels, and you're tailgating in a pasture, and you are getting drunk all day. Like that's all there is to do in Happy Valley.
I've been there, done
Yeah.
that. I was in an RV.
Yep,
So
yeah.
yeah.
So you get it. You get it. Like we stay at a bowling alley when we go to Happy Valley. All the Marriotts sell out like a year in advance, and we found this like, and I probably shouldn't say this 'cause it's a secret, but whatever, it's out there now. There's like a small hotel like in a bowling alley at Happy Valley, and I forget the name of it, but for everyone listening, look it up if you're ever going to Happy Valley, and it's like $170 a night. And if you know anything about Happy Valley, it's usually like $800 a night to get a hotel, and it's nothing special. It's like a Motel 6, but it gets the job done. It's close to Beaver Stadium. Um,
And you can go bowling, it
and
sounds
you can
like.
go bowling, and they have like kind of semi good shitty bowling alley pizza, so that's a bonus too. Um, and number one, since I can't pick Michigan, and this is going to come to a shock, Columbus is awesome. Like we've had some of the best times that I've had tailgating, and maybe it's just because of the game, and it's because of the atmosphere, and it's because of the chirping back and forth, and getting in fights on High Street with all my friends. But like we've had a lot of good times in Columbus, and I mean, as much as I hate to say it, and they probably, I mean, they wouldn't probably say it because of they're Ohio State fans, but um it's just a great atmosphere. I mean, the Horseshoe's incredible. Like it's loud, it rocks. I mean, it, and I'm a Michigan fan. I'm a Michigan homer, but the Big House is a lot different, right? It's spread out. It's not as loud. It's more of a roaring crowd where you're right on top of it at the Horseshoe, and it's an electric atmosphere. And I know I'll get a lot of shit from my Michigan friends for saying that, but those who have been, they'll know. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, it's all about keeping it real, right?
Yep.
You just right. If it's a good experience and a good venue, it's a good
Yeah.
venue, right? Some might
Yep.
not like the team and still want to beat them,
Right.
but it can still like you can,
Yeah.
respect real, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I mean, and all the other smaller schools are great too. Like we've had awesome times in Minnesota. Iowa's a lot of fun. Even Rutgers, there's a great Tailgate Connect host out there. There's a fun tailgating scene at Rutgers. And you're close to the city, right? So you can just take the train in. So, there's so many fun spots. It's hard to pick the top three, but I think those are a pretty good lock for my non-Michigan top three.
All right. So this next question, I thought I knew the answer, but based on one of your answers there, I don't know. So let me ask you this. Is there a place you would never, ever, ever, ever go back and tailgate again?
Um, there's so yeah, you'll Michigan State has a horrible tailgating scene. It's just not fun. The stadium's a dump. Like Spartan Stadium is a cement concrete block. I think it's a dump. Um, the tailgating scene's fine. Like it's around the stadium. The atmosphere lacks. They have a lot of weird like drinking restrictions and stuff, and it's changed over the years. I don't need to go back there. Michigan State is what it is. They've had a good program, like one good team in the last 20 years, and they're riding that high, thinking, they're still relevant, which it's fine. Like they have a new coach, maybe they will be, but the the idea um it's an hour, East Lansing's an hour and a half from my house. I've been once. I don't ever plan on going back. So
So I was going to say, tell me how you really feel, but I feel like you told us how you really feel about it.
it is what it is, right? Like there's always gonna be that rivalry in the state. Like I said, they had some good years with D'Antonio. Hopefully, this this decade they might have another good year, but we'll see, right? Like just time will tell.
So I feel like this wasn't on my agenda to ask you, but after hearing this, I was like, if Michigan State and Ohio State played each other, who are you cheering for? You
No,
have to pick one.
I have to pick one. I'll keep it in the state. I'm not going that far. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Fair.
yeah.
Because you put Ohio State as a good place to tailgate and just put Michigan State down here, which I thought it might
Yeah,
be like that.
no,
But
because the Horseshoes. I mean, like Columbus is just a fun town too. Like the Horseshoes are unique. It's not like any other. I mean, you've been there, right? They have the tailgating right outside the stadium. Then you're kind of right into the city, right? You're on the parking decks. You're kind of like up on by the bars. Like and Columbus is just they got great breweries, great food. Um, so I do try and separate those two things. It's tough, but I've had some good times in Columbus. What can I say? Like it's a good good food, good town. I mean, most like I said, the people who are level headed, I think, and I'm not always level headed, so I have no room to speak. But it's it's a, it's an environment that makes a fun college football game. Let's just leave it there.
fair.
Yeah,
All right. Tell me this. What's the strangest event you've ever tailgated for?
strangest event that I've ever tailgated for, huh? Man, that's a tough question. I don't think this is strange, but a fun fact: I've been to 16 Jimmy Buffett concerts, and I've tailgated for every single one of those. Um,
Hey, I'm with it.
that's the first thing that comes. But the strangest event. Oh, I know. You're gonna like this. So
Tell me.
we're in Detroit. I'm Polish. There's a huge Polish community in Detroit, and one of our big days is Fat Tuesday. Fat That's the day before Ash Wednesday when Lent starts. There's a big Polish kind of enclave in the city of Detroit called Hamtramck. It's like a city within a city, and Fat Tuesday in Detroit is referred to as Punchki Day. That's a donut that's filled with like jelly. For those of you who don't know, it's like a
Okay, I did
basically
not know. I never heard of
yeah,
that until just now.
a punchki. It's a donut filled with jelly, and there's a huge party downtown Detroit every year on Fat Tuesday for when all the bakeries open up and they start selling punchkis. We've tailgated for Punchki Day on Fat Tuesday before in Hamtramck in Detroit.
I would say that's different, right?
Yeah,
I support it. It's
yeah.
just a little bit different. So I
Yep,
like that.
yep, yep, yeah. So you're supposed to get all so the Fat Tuesday is Fat Tuesday because you're supposed to get all your sin out before Lent starts, right? So all your drinking, the punchkis are like 2,000 calories a piece. You're supposed to like gorge yourself. So yeah, so we figured why not? Let's tailgate. You know?
Yeah, no, I mean that actually goes hand in hand, I guess, depending on how you tailgate. But I'm with it. All right. So tell me one thing every tailgate needs to be successful. For those listening that are maybe just new to setting up tailgates or trying to get some tips, what's that one thing you would say if you do this or have this, you're setting up for success?
Um, this is kind of like like a very analytical answer, but you got to have a good space and a good attitude, right? So a lot of tailgates that I've been to that are not good are the ones that are like in weird spots with no space to set up, right? Like that sets the foundation for a good tailgate. Like do your time, do your research, and just find a good spot, right? That's close perimeter of the stadium, in a good kind of like a good neighborhood, right? With cool people around you. And then the second is just like having a good attitude. Like, we've met some people who are always like, oh, you're cringing in my space, or that's my parking spot, or that, like, you know what I'm talking about, Luke?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna happen, right? You're tailgating with 100,000 people. Everyone's like, just go and like solve your issues, right? Like be friendly to your neighbors. That's kind of the first step, I think. I think if you can go in there and say, okay, I'm friendly, I got my spot, and I'm just gonna go make friends, you'll have a good time. And keep your beer cold.
I like that one as well,
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
All right. Tell me this. What is the best tailgating game? What's your favorite one to play right now?
I just got it. It's called Battle Toss. We're
There we
loving it
go.
over here.
It's a good
For those
game.
of you who've never played it, I think it's new. You might know better than me. I don't know how new it is. Um,
It's new-ish. It came
New-ish.
back out. It got reinvented and purchased
Okay.
by a new company, and they brought it out with some new upgrades that made it even better.
Okay, so one thing that we like in a tailgating game is it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's containable, it's quick, and it's fun, right? So, like, it's Battle Toss, for those of you who don't know, it's kind of like Connect Four, but you're throwing these little foam golf balls like into a net, and they're like a little bit of like I don't even know, like a cornhole Connect Four combo. I don't know if you have a better idea, but it's
And I
really
say
fun.
Plinko as well too,
Yeah.
because it's like where it bounces down.
Yeah, Plinko as well. And it's just, it folds up into like maybe, 2 feet tall, about that, like a couple inches wide. There's a nice storage space for all the little foam golf balls. It's just super easy to transport. And like I said, it goes quick. You're not standing there for 20 minutes, watching your beer get warm while you're playing a game. We love it. Obviously we love cornhole. We got ramps, which is another new game. It's kind of like skee
Yeah.
ball and beer pong. Like that's an awesome game. Um, yeah, but we're always testing new ones and finding ones we like. We have some custom Spot 9 cornhole boards, which have kind of been with us for the last 20 years. So we're we're always setting those up. Yeah, just a ton of different games, variety, and we bring out different games for different tailgates. So it's a cool little thing we do.
Excellent. I'm a big fan of games, so I love to know that too. I know other people are going to want to know what's your favorite. We talked about cooking some big steaks, but what is your favorite thing to eat at a tailgate personally?
Personally, oh God, you're gonna think this is so lame. Um, we cook a lot of good food, like a lot of really good food. Like, we bring deep fryers over. My favorite thing, we have this little hot dog steamer, like steams hot dogs and steams buns. I am a sucker for like a coney dog, and we got like a pot. Every game we have a hot dog station that has steamed hot dogs, steamed buns, like Detroit style coney and mustard and onions. I just love making myself a coney dog. Like it is like my favorite, and I'll eat like 4 of them throughout the day. it is like and if you come to Spot 9, you'll see we constantly just restock the thing. Like it's just constant hot dogs, and so it's if someone wants a snack or whatever, well, the main entrees are going. But yeah, I love hot dogs. Like I am a huge hot dog guy. Dearborn brand, Detroit, local Detroit, natural casing, can't beat it. They're the best.
I feel like I got to bring this back up. A minute ago, you said our tailgate is different than others. We're not going to give you a bottle of water and a hot
Yeah, hot
dog. And you're
dogs.
also like, I
Well,
love some hot dogs. We got a lot of hot dogs at the tailgate.
so you're right, but it's just like a constant thing. What other tailgate have you been to that has a Coney station that never runs out, right? You
It's
know,
fair. I
um,
haven't been to one of those.
right. But we also do like my favorite tailgate that's not like my snack, right? Where I'm just chain eating hot dogs. Um, we do a Greek day every year because one of the guys we tailgate is named Sam. He's a Greek dude, big into his Greek heritage. We cook about 15 pounds of lamb chops on the grill, seasoned overnight in a homemade seasoning from his Greek Orthodox church out in Grand Rapids with lemon and olive oil. They're some of the best lamb chops I personally have ever
Sounds
had.
good.
And he also brings about 5 pounds of Saganaki. Are you familiar with Saganaki? It's like flaming
I haven't tried
cheese.
that.
So it's a big thing. So it's a breaded cheese that you light on fire and then you eat on pita bread. So we have it's incredible. Yeah.
It sounds like I want to make the video and try that like right now. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, go Google. It's called like they go Opa and they like light it on fire. Yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, that's my favorite tailgate of the year. We do that once a year. Kind of a crapshoot out. So if you're listening, you want to come to Spot 9, you don't know when it's going to be. We don't even know what it's going to be until like 2 weeks before. But yeah, we absolutely. If you like, it's some of the best lamb chops like I've ever had. So
Excellent. Now, what are you going to wash it down with? You can only have, let's make it fun. You can only have one alcoholic beverage type for the entire tailgating season.
easy,
What would you go with?
easy. We've kind of started a new tradition the last couple of years of a drink that we make at Spot 9, and we call it the Gordie Howe. If you know anything about hockey, Gordie Howe is a Canadian guy from Canada, played in the Red Wings. So we've been drinking Canadian Club whiskey. If you're familiar,
Damn.
it's Canadian whiskey from Windsor. And we drink it with Faygo ginger ale. Faygo's a pop or a soda from Detroit. And we call it the Gordie Howe, and that's been like a hit. People love it. And we go through so much Canada Club. We've been drying out our liquor stores around here of their
Okay.
Canada Club. So yeah, it's that's our drink of choice, and I think even my wife will drink it, and she doesn't drink whiskey, so it's very 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 good. That's actually what I'm drinking right now. For
Okay.
those wondering.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
All right. So you kind of gave an example of this a little bit earlier, but if you have another example for this. So one of the things is I've traveled around different tailgates, and I've I don't know if I came up with it, but it resonated in my mind. Instead of tailgating, tailgating, where somebody's doing something that's just an absolute fail at the tailgate. Is there a tailgating experience that you've seen in your tailgating journeys?
Weigh your tents down. Weigh your
Where's
tents
that?
down. Your canopies, right? You know the
Yeah.
canopies.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you don't weigh those things down, you know how many tents I've seen upside down, mangled with their legs going different directions. That is the biggest failgate. Michigan, we get bad weather. Starting. You don't know what Michigan weather is going to be. One gust comes. I've seen it where there are just like literally 15, 20 tents just thrown at the dumpsters because people don't weigh their tents down.
Jeez.
I mean, they're mangled. They go every direction. I laugh because we build these big heavy duty cement weights and we put one on every corner. So when
Yeah.
everything's blowing around, we just kind of watch them go. It's like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz just flying around.
Yeah, I
So
have a bit of just tents all over the place, utter chaos at the
yeah.
tailgate parties.
I mean, literally, it in Pioneer's parking lot. Like, if after a windy or rainy game, there's probably 15 tents just there. Like, I just don't understand. Like, get a sandbag and just tie it to your tent. Like, like it's crazy. And we just watch them. And we just laugh. Like, oh, look, there goes another one. They just take
Dang.
off.
That also, if there was a ton of them going on, that would be a
Oh,
video that people would just be like,
yeah,
that would help get the point across of like,
yeah.
hey, do this and don't do that type
Just
of
wear your
deal.
tent. And then too, like people, people being stupid with fire, right? Kind of like my brother in Northwestern, right? Like, don't stand too close to the fire. Make sure your propane tanks are all. Yeah, we had a big problem at at Pioneer with generators and propane tanks, and how people were storing their generators to the point where they basically banned generators in certain spots where, people thought it would be okay. I'm gonna enclose my tent, put a generator in there. It's like, don't do that. Like it's a serious health concern. So, you know, announcement for everyone: don't put a generator inside. It's a bad idea.
If you learn nothing else from this
Yeah,
episode right here,
yeah.
don't do
Don't
that.
put your generator inside your tent with your walls on.
No doubt. All right. So is it fair to say you've been a Michigan fan since basically you stepped foot on this earth?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. My dad's a Michigan grad. Um, I went to Michigan. My brother, he didn't go to Michigan, but went to Wayne State, downtown Detroit. We're homegrown Michigan family, true and true. I went to high school in Ann Arbor. Shout out Father Gabriel Richard, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Um, it's yeah, we're homegrown Michigan and Wolverines at heart for sure.
Who is your favorite Michigan player of all time?
Football, right? That's such a hard question. I have a lot of favorite football players, but my number one, because when I was in school, is Denard Robinson. I think Denard
Races, right?
Shoelace. Yeah, I think Denard. I think Denard had he was awesome in college. He was so good. He had a tough time here. He was playing in a time that was, we were down at Michigan, but he was the face of college football at the time, right? Like he was on NCAA.
Sure.
He was on all the video games. He was in the Heisman hunt. And with NIL popping around these days, I think about Denard a lot. Like he got screwed, man. He would have been a very rich person if he played college football today, except for when he did. And all these guys don't translate to the NFL, right? And he
100%.
didn't. Um, but yeah, I love Denard. Shout out Shoelace. He was electric to watch. He made every game exciting. I still think about the throw he made to Roundtree and when we beat Notre Dame, like it was, in that first under the light game ever at the Big House, it was just I was basically ready to leave after the second quarter, and Denard made everything interesting. So it's, it shot. He made my college football days back in the day exciting, at least. So he's my guy.
Is it fair to say that Laces has an open invite to Spot 9 tailgate anytime he wants to?
Anytime. And from what I understand, he's coaching football in Brighton now. So if he watches this, Shoelace, you got free tickets to Spot 9 all year.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So for those that want to come to Spot 9, wrap us up here, Joey. Tell us why they need to hit up Tailgate Connect, why they need to come to
Yeah.
Spot 9. Go ahead and get those tickets for the home games this season.
Well, we only have 6 home games. Like again, we make our tailgates, like I think we limit it to like 25, 30 extra people. We usually have about, a very crowded day, about 50 people. And you'll go to some tailgates that are huge. We keep ours to that size because we want it to be really good. We want to be able to provide an experience that is top notch, good food, good people. And we're, there's only 6 home games this year, so we'll be there, but the tickets are probably going to go fast. And Tailgate Connect is, it's seamless, right? Like even from the host perspective, I'm a a host, like someone who sets up a tailgate, but I'm also a consumer. It's just super easy to use. It's you go on, you just find your game and you buy a ticket. And again, you are paying, right? Like you're paying to come, but you got to think of it as you're not bringing anything. You're coming, you're having
Easy
drinks, you're
button.
having food. You just show up, right? You get your parking and you get your ticket to the game, and you just walk over to the tailgate. So, it just makes it super easy, especially from you're coming from out of town. Like you don't even have to worry about stopping at the store. You don't have to go to Subway and buy like a crappy sub. Like come have some good real food.
Come get a hot dog.
Come get a chili dog and a lamb.
Oh, good stuff. Tell us one more time. How many people does your tailgate normally hold? Like what's kind of max capacity, so to
We
speak?
like to keep it about Tailgate Connect plus the folks who it's their tailgate where they come to. Max capacity is probably about 60 people. And again, we have a pretty large space, but we don't want to make it feel uncomfortable. Like, we want to be able to sit, watch TV. You want to be able to have a drink, talk to people. And we don't get 60 people all the time, right? Like it depends on the game. Like it just varies. And if it is that crowded, we probably have 30 of those 60 people gather around a beer pong table playing flip cup. So it's just, it doesn't feel overcrowded ever. Cause again, we charge, what we charge. We want to have a premium experience. We want to make sure people are having fun and you get what you pay for, right? That's the way we look at it.
Good stuff. Well, again, this was Joey with Spot 9 tailgating over there in Michigan. If you were heading to a Michigan game, I highly recommend you check out Spot 9 tailgating because They do it right. They do it right before the game, and they do it right after the game with the post party, win, lose, or draw. I can guarantee that based on my experiences there. Joey, it's great to
Absolutely.
have you on the show this evening, sir.
Great to have you too, Luke. We hope to have you to Spot 9 again soon. We got to get you out there.
I'm going to try to make that happen. For everybody else, check out Tailgate Connect for all your tailgating ticket needs for the easy button tailgating. And we hope to see you at a tailgate soon.
Tailgate Connect, it's all here for you.